today our problem is that we have a problem. The question number is 27 and it's the array problem. It's an easy problem, so I'm starting with the easy one itself. So the problem is remove element. So what we have to do is that we are given an array and a value, and what we have to do is we have to remove all instances of that value, which is this value, which is in the array. So what does this mean? This means that if we have provided a value 3, then we have to remove 3 from all the instances from the array. So the array will be left with us is of length 2. So what the question is, this is the first part of the question. The question then again says that you do not have to allocate extra space for another array. You must do this by modifying the current input array in place with O1 extra memory. So there is this another solution also where we can take and help of a second array, and that will increase the space complexity to O of n, and the time complexity still remains at O of n. So this happens. So the question is saying that we don't have to use the second array. That means we don't have to allocate extra space. Then there's this one more thing that they are saying is that the order of the elements can be changed. So that suppose if you are writing the code while parsing, the order can be changed, like it can be like 2 comma 3 comma 2 comma 3, something like that. I mean, if there is this, then the order can be like 2 comma 2 comma 1, something like that. That order we can change. So this gives us a hint that maybe the solution is somewhere here, right? Solution comes here. So the first solution that comes into my mind is brute force approach. Brute force. In brute force, what we will do is that we will take two loops, two pointers. So that will be like I and j will slide to the right. So I mean, this approach is a, like whenever you face an array question, something like that, you can use a brute force approach with two pointers. So j will move right, and it will be, and in each and every j iteration we will compare the j's value with the value we are being provided. And when that value we have encountered, if suppose if we have encountered this value here, then we will swap the value with the next element from j. So suppose if 2 comes here, 3 is here, we will not do anything. If 2 comes here, we will not do anything. See, suppose if there is 3, then we will swap it. 2 comes here, 3 comes here, 2 comes here, 3 comes here. j moves to the second, we have 3, we swap this one, 2 comma 2 comma 3 comma 3, then we have 3, then then we have again 3, then the pointer again reset, we have I here, it goes again and again, we have the array, the final array with us. Then we can loop over this array and compare the value that whichever, if then compare the value if suppose from j equals to 0 or k equals to 0 in the third loop, we loop from here to here, see if 2 matches with the value, no, then count plus plus, and something like that. Now this time complexity becomes O of n square, which is not a solution that we want. So the ideal solution for this will be somewhat like this. So let me write the array once again. So to not use an extra memory here, we can use this approach, which is that we will take two pointers again, I comma j, right? Now this I comma j, we will initialize I with here, which is 0, j equals to 0. Now we will travel to the length of the array. So j will be here in the first point, right? And according to our algorithm, we have an algorithm that for loop from j till n minus 1, and if array of j is not equals to my value, right? If array of j, that means this array, if it is not equals to value is 3 that we have with us, if it is not equals to value, then we will move forward. Suppose if j is here, since 2 is not equals to 3, we will swap the ith, we will swap the jth element to the ith elements. What we will do is that we will swap the element present at I and insert an element which is present at j. We will increase the pointer and we will carry on with our for loop, and in last we will return I will basically be like the I will tell us what is the length of the array that we have traveled till now. So according to this algorithm, if we go, so first I and j will be at the position 3, right? According to our algorithm, array at 0th index, let's come here, I comma j, array at 0 index is not equals to value, which is wrong. It is equals to value, so we will continue our array. So I will remain here, 3 comma 2 comma 2 comma 3, I j. Now we will again check if array at this position is not equals to value, which is true. So what we will do is that we will insert the element present at j into the array at a of I. So now the array will become 2 comma 2 comma 2 comma 3. J will increment and I will also increment. Now since 2 is again not equals to the value, so what we will do, we will swap the value again, 2 comma 2 comma 2 comma 3. J will come here, I will come here, and right, and again if array present if the element at this index is not equals to value, no, this is equals to value, j will go to the length of the array. I has traveled till here, and now j reaches to the length of the array. I has been incremented from the previous iteration. J has reached the length of the array, so we will break our loop. And now what will the value of I? I will be 2, since I started from here from 0 1 2 3. I went here when I value was 0. I value was incremented to 1 when it was here. I's value was incremented to 2 when it was here. So we don't care about what the array will be. We don't care what the resulting array will be. We only want to know the resulting length of the array after removing 3. So we have removed 3 and we know that I have traveled 2 places, so we will return I from here, and that will be our solution. And this solution is in time complexity of O of n time complexity, and this will be the final solution for this. So here, like, when array at jth index is equal to the given value, we will skip that element by incrementing j, right? And as long as array at jth index is not equals to value, we will copy the value at array of j to array of at index of I, and increment both the indexes at the same time. So likewise, if we move this way, we will have our final solution with us, and it will take like O of n time complexity. The code is in the GitHub repository. I have given the link in the description below, and you can go there and see the solution for yourself. I have submitted the code on Git lead code also, and you can try it yourself. And that's it, guys. Happy coding.